to the episode number 1 of the series Confessions of an International Pageant Queen by yours truly, Dr. Akshita Prabhu. I'm the reigning Miss International World 2021, and apart from being an international beauty pageant winner, I've also been a professional model since the age of 18. I've worked with reputed brands like L'Oreal, Smirnoff, been on the cover pages of magazines and newspapers like the Times of India, Bombay Times, Indian Express, Hindustan Times, Asian Age, and many more. I'm also a child specialist in dentistry by educational qualification, and I have oodles of knowledge about children's oral, general, and mental health. Currently, I own the International Glamour Project, Miss Teen India, Miss India, Mrs. India, India's biggest pageant platform for teens, Miss and Mrs. that values inner glamour over stereotypical characteristics like age, height, weight, waist size, body type, and complexion. If you have the desire to win the crown and represent India on the international platform, TIGP or the International Glamour Project is your gateway. So I'm so excited to be shooting this first episode of my series, Confessions of an International Pageant Queen. So what is this series exactly going to be about? Well, it's going to be about a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of tips and tricks, a lot of knowledge in relation to what you can do as a pageant queen. How can you win the crown and represent India on the international platform? What is it that you really need to wear the crown? I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions through these episodes, and I'm super duper excited to start this journey of mine with you. Thank you for all the feedback that you've given me, reached out to me, and urged me to start or begin this series just for you. So here are some questions that I have received from all of you, and of course these questions formed a major part of my reason and my purpose of beginning this series. Let me just give you a sneak peek into the various questions I have received over the period of so many months and almost a year since my journey of representing India on the international platform started. So someone said so apart from the hard work, the dedication, the training and all of it, what else do you need to wear the crown, represent India on the international platform? Good question, I would say. The second question that I have received is, do you have to sacrifice a lot to be a beauty pageant queen? Good question. Third, what do you have to really give up? Very similar to the question that I asked before. Fourth, can you be a beauty queen and be in a different profession altogether? Well, I am definitely going to answer that. Does a beauty queen always choose Bollywood? Very important question. I'll definitely touch upon that. Wow, such amazing questions all you guys have sent me, and I'm super excited to answer all of it. So are you ready to start this journey with me? Let's begin. Confessions of an International Pageant Queen. So you send me so many questions and you want me to answer all of them. Agreed. And I will keep my promise. I will answer each and every question of yours. To begin with, I have a question for all of you. Well, it is, what is the first and the most important thing that you require to be a beauty queen? Is it a great body? Is it a great face? Is it a great mindset? Choose any of these 3 options. Choose only one. You can't say all of the above. Okay? Think. Well, the answer is, you need a great mindset. That is the first and the most important thing that any individual needs to win that crown and represent India on the international platform. A great, great mindset. Until and unless you have an amazingly confident, optimistic, and a very positive mindset with a never give up attitude, you can never be the winner of the competition that you're entering. You can always have certain obstacles, hurdles, encumbrances, challenges, but that's life. You always have those, right? And why would the journey be called a success if you did not have hurdles in your journey? Those hurdles are important because they make your journey even more sweet, more memorable. So sometimes there may be situations where the odds are not in your favor, but having the right mindset can definitely take you a long way. So having that great mindset, absolutely positive, optimistic, and with a never give up attitude, that mindset is definitely going to take you places. And trust me, no one can stop you from getting where you want to be if you have this kind of an amazing mindset. So when you're setting out on this mission to win the crown, you need to prepare your mindset according to an ideal recipe. So let's talk about the recipe mindset today. So the first ingredient that you need to build or prepare your recipe mindset is confidence. The most important ingredient, the main ingredient, the primary ingredient that I would say. The second ingredient that you need is positivity. Thinking optimistically about yourself, your efforts, and giving yourself a positive push creates a very positive vibration in and around you. And this becomes your second most important ingredient. The third most important ingredient is faith. The belief that you need to have in yourself is extremely important. There may be a point of time where no one believes in you. No one in this world may believe in you. But you got to believe in yourself. So the third most important ingredient is faith. Faith in yourself. The fourth most important ingredient is hard work. Well, without hard work, there is nothing called as luck. What we usually say, oh, she got lucky or he got lucky. Well, luck is a misnomer. There has to be hard work put in. Without hard work, there's no such thing as luck. Okay, so fourth most important ingredient in your recipe mindset is hard work. The fifth most important ingredient is grit. The grit that you have, the never give up attitude that you have, the determination and the dedication that you have, that forms your fifth most important ingredient in your recipe mindset towards your goal setting. Now I would say that, oh my God, not a very difficult recipe to build and prepare, and everybody knows about these 5 ingredients, of course, and they are the primary ingredients. That is why everybody knows about them. But do you know what really differentiates a queen from the rest of the crowd? These 3 major additional ingredients that you need to add to your recipe mindset. So apart from the 5 main ingredients that I spoke about for your recipe mindset, number 6, number 7, and number 8 are 3 additional ingredients that you need to add to your recipe mindset. So, number 6 ingredient is humility. Whatever you achieve, whether it's a small accomplishment or a great milestone, if you cannot remain humble and kind, if you do not have humility, which is the 6th ingredient, you can never build a winning mindset. So number 6 is humility. always be humble, always be kind. Number 7 ingredient is grace. Grace is compassion, the manner in which we conduct ourselves and treat other people. That is something which is very, very essential. And that is why grace becomes the 7th most important ingredient in this recipe mindset, which is very important to win the crown and be the queen. And the 8th, the final ingredient that you require in this recipe mindset, the winning recipe mindset, is courage. Guts, absolute guts. Courage is going to be your best friend, all you people out there who are listening to me, because when you set out on a path that very few have tread, there are going to be millions of people who point a finger at you and say, oh, you're not doing this right. Oh, why are you doing it? What is the need for you to do it? Just live your mundane life. Why do you want to go out of the way? Why do you want to leave a very respectable, high-paying job and get into this? Why do you want to really go out of your comfort zone? Just be okay. There are going to be millions of people who stand up against you, who tell you to do otherwise, who do not understand your dreams or do not realize the vision that you have for yourself, the society, and the world. Hence, you need courage to stand up against all of these, making them eat their words one day. That'll happen eventually, but initially, you are going to feel bogged down. And to recover from that feeling, you need guts, girl. You do need them. I'm going to share a short story with you. The story of my life, in brief. Well, I started modeling at the age of 18. I always wanted to become a model or a glam icon. I did not know as a teenager, as an 18-year-old, what exactly I wanted to do with the glamour industry, but I was certain and sure that I wanted to be in front of the camera. And that's why I began my modeling career at the age of 18, had a flourishing career till I was about 23, 24. It is when I was 23, 24 that I had to stand up to myself and ask myself that question. What do I really want? I had a career of about 5 years of professional modeling where I had made quite a name for myself in the industry with the connections and the network. I'd also started getting Bollywood offers by then, which I did not take up because I was not interested in Bollywood. I decided to have an introspective talk with myself, and I wanted to choose which way to go. On one hand, I had a very nice flourished professional modeling career and had an experience of 5 years, and on the other hand, I had my dental career. So at the age of 18, I also enrolled myself in Bachelor's of Dental Surgery, BDS, also because my father wanted me to be a doctor. In fact, I had placed a bet with my father, and my father had promised to fund my first fashion portfolio only if I get a rank or I stood in the merit list in the medical entrance examination. Well, my rank was high enough in the medical entrance examination, so much so that I had all the seats open to me: medicine, dental, Ayurveda, homeopathy, physiotherapy, occupational therapy. It is by choice that I went for dentistry, leaving medicine. There is a thought or a notion in the medical and dental industry that for those people who do not get an MBBS seat, they take a BDS seat, but I'm one of those who decided to forego my MBBS seat and decided to take BDS, because dentistry is a little glamorous, out of all the medical careers that are there. And my father really wanted to see the DR in front of my name. So yes, I started my dental career and my modeling career together parallelly at the age of 18. So when I was about 23, 24, I had a great 5-year long experience in the modeling industry, and I had my BDS done by them. I was already Dr. Akshita Prabhu, a dental surgeon. That's when I was at this juncture and decided, which way do I want to go? I asked that question to myself so many times. By then I'd already fallen in love with children. I loved pediatrics, and I decided to let go of my modeling career because I wanted academic enrichment. I've always been a person of high IQ, and I love to have an intellectual conversation. And yes, I decided that I want academic enrichment, higher studies, and I decided to do my master's. That's how I went on to become an MDS, a child specialist in dentistry, a pediatric dentist, as you all know, whoever is from the dental fraternity. And thereby I went on to practice in the best of hospitals and nursing centers, and I had a flourishing clinical practice and a career in dentistry. I was associated with big names like Colgate and Kinder Crowns, Kids Crowns, and I'm truly grateful for my association with all these multinational companies. It is only after I became a mother. So I do not have any qualms in admitting that I'm in my 30s and I'm a wife. I have a very lovely husband, and I have an even more beautiful daughter. And yes, so I'm a mother as well. So after becoming a mother, I looked inside me once again the introspective talk. And after pregnancy, sometimes pregnancy does a lot to your body. I had a lot of hormonal complications during my pregnancy and even after my delivery, and I was 20 kilos plus of whatever you can see of me. I decided to take this up as a challenge. I decided to rediscover myself. I decided to find the me, the glamorous me that I was, and yes, that's how I set out on this path of making a comeback in the fashion and the glamour industry. I call it a comeback because I had a flourishing career before, which I let go, and the comeback was tough, but I'm so grateful to all the people from the fashion and the glamour industry who welcomed me very warmly. And yes, this time I decided to choose to make a comeback through the medium of pageantry, because I was a model before, and this time I wanted to be not only a model but a role model. I wanted to voice my opinion and talk about things that I really believe in, things that I really feel for. And I feel as a title holder, a crown holder, when you talk about issues, a lot of people sit up and take notice, and they realize about things that they may have ignored for so long. So I definitely took that opportunity and that initiative that had to come from within. Yes, it was my calling, and I grabbed it with both my hands and decided to go full throttle. And since then, it's been an amazing journey to have made a comeback, to have been modeled for big designs, to have made my international debut, to have won the crown for India. I'm the first Indian woman to have won the crown and the title of the Miss International World pageant based in Florida, USA. And all of these things wouldn't have happened if I would not have built my recipe mindset. Hence, like I said, to achieve big things, you have to start small. So the biggest tip that I've given you in this episode 1 of Confessions of an International Pageant Queen is that first things first, build your recipe mindset, which is going to be your winning mindset in this process, in this journey of goal setting. And trust me, that crown will be yours. So I'm so excited to have shared my journey, my story with all of you out there. I'm sure you enjoyed it, and I'm sure you have taken those nuggets out of my experience that I shared with you in brief today. Lots more coming up in the future videos in the series, and lots of tips and tricks to be shared, lots of behind the scene gossips to be shared. Well, I'm just kidding. A lot of knowledge out there coming your way, and trust me, this is going to be a very exciting journey. I'm already excited, and I'm looking forward to dropping the episode 2 of Confessions of an International Pageant Queen very, very soon. Well, in the meanwhile, if you have questions, you definitely need to take down my email address. You can write to me at teamakshitaprabhu@gmail.com. If there's any query that you have with respect to your personal transformation, or some goals that you want to set for yourself, some training that you require for yourself exclusively. We also have private courses that we curate for individuals. So all of it can be discussed by writing to me at the email ID that I mentioned. And for someone who's extremely clear on winning the crown and representing India on the international platform, well, the International Glamour Project is your gateway. Miss Teen India, Miss India, Mrs. India. Enroll in whichever category that you fit in, and you can always write to us at contact@theinternationalglamourproject.com and sort your queries. All the best to all of you. Lots of love. Bye-bye. See you.